Hi, my name is Justin Peach. For those of you that don't know me, I am the owner of the Krunika Spiritual Center in Amsterdam. And I wanted to get this video out there as quickly as possible because I've been sharing something with my close friends and relatives recently, but I think that it's important for more of us in the spiritual community because it affects our financial future. Possibly, like many of you, since our loving, caring government decided to put us in a lockdown against our permission, I've been doing some research, and I've been doing some research in a lot of different areas. And it's clear that there's a lot going on, a huge amount of shift. It's a very turbulent time. But with the Earth, with the planet, we are in a very, very, very big period of transition in all kinds of areas. And that's affecting all of us in all kinds of different ways, especially those of us in the spiritual community, because we are being really asked, requested, almost forced to anchor new values, new frequencies in this period of transition. Now, a big part of what this transition is going to affect our financial future. Now, for those of us that have a business, like me, our financial future at the moment is probably quite challenging. It's not very easy for people. But there is a lot of good news going on because we're moving towards a very, very fundamental shift. What we're talking about is actually nothing less than probably the largest redistribution of wealth our planet has ever seen. So this is good news. This is really, really good news. Now, pretty much all of this is going on behind the scenes, unnoticed. But even for those who have their finger on the pulse, really with traditional finance, it's very, very clear that the current situation is untenable. That means that things cannot continue as they have been. So what does that mean? Well, it means that we've had unlimited quantitative easing from the United States for a very, very long time. What is that? That's basically printing money. The United States is printing money, but not just the United States, Europe as well. Quantitative easing basically means that the financial institutions are basically printing money. They're pumping paper, fiat currency into the market, treasury bonds, and it's a bubble. It cannot continue. It cannot continue. The result is basically going to be a dollar collapse. Now, the powers that be, at least the positive powers, are putting something together for all of us, and we can be part of that. So what I've been doing in my research and from the sources that I have has been putting together a picture of what's going on. So there's going to be some fundamental shifts, some very, very large transitions financially. It's going to affect all of us, and we can be ahead of the curve. So that means that we can profit from this. This big, huge transitional movement of wealth from the old system, from the old top-down pyramid system to a much more equal, shared situation for our planet is very, very positive. And a rising tide lifts all boats, but there are certain things that we can do to profit from this right now and be in a position to be ahead of the curve financially. I think that for us spiritual beings, that sovereignty is not just our spiritual sovereignty, not just saying, hey, my spiritual development is up to me, and it's not dependent on a force outside of myself, a government, a priest, a shaman or a guru, or any kind of external intercessionary. Being sovereign in a spiritual sense means I take responsibility for my own development, my own liberation. Sovereignty is also about the financial aspect. Now, a lot of our spiritual people, we've kind of avoided that because money, since the time of Babel, is under a pretty evil spell. So we are having a big challenge to understand how to deal with money. But my experience really is that financial freedom, financial sovereignty is part of what it means to be a liberated human being on this planet. So for us spiritual beings, if we can move into a place of complete financial sovereignty, complete financial freedom, then we are assisting in this very, very large, very, very big, very, very fundamental, very positive transition that's happening at the moment. So what I want to do, I want to put together really as soon as I can a workshop which is going to explain what the hell I'm talking about. We're talking about some very, very practical things. What I want to do is put together a very clear picture for everybody who's interested. What is actually happening on the planet at the moment? What are these monumental shifts happening that very, very soon are going to affect all of us? And how can we profit from that? That's going to be in the form really of me giving you context, information, and some very, very practical steps that you can implement right now from your current situation. And I'm very, very sure, I'm very, very convinced from all the information from my different sources that all of us that get on board are in a position to profit from this, to be in a good position from this in quite a short space of time. So if this is something where you're listening to this and you're saying, okay, I resonate with this, this feels like something I need to know more about, then just fill in the information below. Just give me your name, email address, and I will send you some more information about what it is that I'm putting together. It's very simple. If your intuition tells you I need to know more about this, then sign up below. If you have a feeling, who is this crazy dude? What is he talking about? I'm really not interested. Then that means also it's not for you.